Hi there! Today, Charles and I are going to talk to you a bit about French language and culture. Now, as you know, most French-speaking people live in Quebec, but there are also French-speaking people in other Canadian provinces, such as Saskatchewan. According to the last census, 1.3% of the population in Saskatchewan refer to French as their mother tongue. Now, although Charles and I were not born in Saskatchewan, we now are a part of that 1.3% of French-speaking population in Saskatchewan, also known as Francescois. Charles and I both spoke French growing up, and we both still speak French within our families and with each other. We even speak French to our pets, Dari and Noël. Now, we can't speak about language without talking about culture as well. Charles was born and raised in Oka, a small town in Quebec, and I was born and raised in Ottawa in a Franco-Ontarian house. Despite the fact that Charles and I are from two different provinces, we still both share numerous cultural connections. We both love things typically associated to French Canadian and Quebecois culture. So yes, we follow the stereotypes of loving things like pea soup, wine, cheese, and any dessert that includes sugar or maple syrup. And when I say sugar and maple syrup, I mean lots of sugar and lots of maple syrup. The sweeter, the better. Pudding chômeur is our favorite. Now, translated, pudding chômeur means unemployment pudding, and they called it that because the ingredients required are very inexpensive and you don't need a lot. So things like butter and flour. Now let Charles tell you about traditions in Quebec.
Now let's talk about traditions. In Quebec, there are some traditions that are mostly unique to the province. Every spring, when the temperatures start to warm up a little bit, almost everyone gather with their families at the cabane à sucre, which means sugar shack. Those cabanes à sucre are usually a rustic place surrounded by beautiful maple forest. Most of the cabanes à sucre are now collecting their maple water through a tubing system that brings it directly to the boiling room. But some sugar shack still use the traditional way, which is collecting the maple water directly in pails, which they have to empty every day from every single tree, which is a very long process. The sugar shacks all have a type of restaurant where they serve large portions in the middle of the table of ham, eggs, oreilles de Christ, which is deep-fried lard, baked beans, and other traditional meals cooked with their own maple syrup. After the meal, you can visit the érablière and meet some farm animals, and my favorite part, eat some tsir, which is some maple syrup that is boiled longer to obtain a thicker syrup, which is then poured over snow and picked up on a popsicle stick and eaten like a lollipop. Then, when comes the fall, it is apple time. Every families go to their favorite orchard to pick delicious apples directly from the tree. This activity is so popular that it is common to see big traffic jams in some rural areas where they never see that amount of people for the other seasons of the year. Finally, let's talk about games. Although most of the games we play in Quebec are the same as the rest of Canada, there is one that is pretty unique. I have never met anyone outside of Quebec who have played Pichenot before. Pichenot is kind of a mix between crokinole and billiard. The rules are similar to billiards, but you use your finger to shoot your piece on a square board. Oh, I almost forgot the funniest tradition we have in Quebec. As the whole country celebrates Canada Day on July 1st, it is a completely different vibe for a lot of people in Quebec, especially in larger cities like Montreal. July 1st is known as Moving Day for many people. Most of the leases start and end on July 1st, so the majority of the relocating tenants move on that day. So there is no doubt that moving companies and truck rental businesses are really busy during that day. So, I think that's a good summary of some traditions that are unique to my home province. I hope you have enjoyed the video and thanks for watching.